Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing really, really well today. I'm Michelle Gailey. I'm the creator of the Empaths and Senses Facebook group and Intuition Circle and my Inner Work Life Coach certification program. And thanks for being here today. Every single week, I come on and do some type of tool, tip, training, or inspiration somewhere in the realm of inner work or coaching. And by inner work, we just talk inner work is where I spend a lot of my time. And it's really this: we've got a conscious mind, we've got a subconscious mind, and honestly, we have a super conscious mind, I believe, like that part of us that's attached to all that is. And I think all of it is, in the framework of super conscious. So we've got that. Subconscious mind is where I talk about doing the inner work, where we're going to find our emotions, our feelings, our intuition, our imagination, our patterns, our habits, our beliefs about ourselves, about our place in the world, about what we're capable of, about our place in our family and society, what's possible for us. That's all in that subconscious. And that's my favorite place to work with people. I know if I work with someone in that area, whether I'm getting information for them, even better, we guide people to get that information for themselves. If we step into that area, life changes for people. Their physical reality, their conscious life changes. And it's so cool. I think most of the people in the world think they're going to change things on the outside in order for them to feel different on the inside, but that's rarely the case. I'm not saying that we don't have to take action in the world. We certainly want to take it from the right energy. I'm saying that the bulk of the work is inner work, and then the outside reality reflects it. So I have so many examples of this in this is just true always. I know someone who struggles with feeling secure, with having high self-esteem. They struggle with that. So that's an inside job for some reason. Either a circumstance took place, they were born like that, they created some beliefs, who knows why. But I know someone who carries that around. So it's almost like that person is wearing low self-esteem glasses. There's nothing wrong with that. They're not broken unless they're not happy with their life. And if someone comes to me and says, I'm not happy with their life, then if we find out that that's true about the low self-esteem or that deep sense of insecurity, and that everything that's actually happening in the world is being filtered through that insecurity lens, versus someone who sees the exact same world and is filtered through, I don't know, a confident or high self-esteem lens. Those two people see the world very differently. You probably know this. You've been to a party, or maybe you have a sibling. I used to have a sibling that was, we grew up together, and we would go to the same family party, and we'd come home from the party and talk about it. And I'd say, did you see so-and-so do that? And she goes, that's not what she was doing. She was doing this, this, and this. And it always surprised me how differently we saw the same thing. And it's just because we were wearing different glasses. And the glasses are our inner programming, what we believe, how we perceive the world, the energy that is most habituated within us. Again, no one's broken, nothing's wrong. It's just that if you're in your life, if you're not happy with something, the good news is it just requires inner work. Okay, I wasn't planning on going through all of that, but I just went on a rampage there. If you are here with me live, say hi in the chat. Denise, so good to see you today. I hope you're doing really well. Okay, I'm going to get on to what I'm supposed to be getting on about. So this is Release the Stress Together, Part 3. And I was sitting by myself before this, asking my own guidance, what's important for them to know in the realm of releasing stress and anxiety. And this is what I got. We're going to do a guided meditation on past, present, and future. I'm not exactly sure of the details yet, but I've been doing this long enough where I can kind of let it flow through me when we get started. So the meditation is called Past, Present, and Future Guided Meditation with the goal of releasing the stress. We've been doing this for 3 weeks together, so here we go. Okay, if you're able to, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, blow it out. We're going to take another deep breath in. And then this time when you take a deep breath in, I want you to feel that breath come into your body, but I want you to feel all the energy come in. I want it to feel like the room's closing in, not in a stressful way. Just feel energy moving towards you. And then when you blow out, imagine it moving away from you. Do it again. Breathe in, and you're going to imagine, sense, and feel pulling everything towards you. Exhale, you're commanding everything to blow away from you. One more time. Breathe in. Imagine, sense, and feel you're pulling everything towards you. You are safe and protected while you do this. And exhale, everything drifts and floats away from you on your command. And now breathe however you want. Beautiful. Okay, open your eyes for a second. Okay, that's step one, because when we're going to go through this meditation, eventually I'm going to have you breathe things in closer to you and then exhale things away from you. And eventually we're going to exhale everything away from us. And almost you can cut the cords, and I don't want you to freak out. We're going to set the intention that everything that is important for us to come back to us will, and everything that's not necessary we can let go of. But you get to decide what you keep and what you let go of towards the end. Okay, eyes closed. I want you to, first we're going to get all of our positions clarified in our heads. If I was going to ask, if we were going to talk about the past, or if you were going to think about the past, where is that? Is it in your head? Is it to the left of you, to the right, front, back, up, down, in your gut, in your heart? Figure out where the past is. Whatever happened a minute ago, an hour ago, yesterday, a year ago, 10 years ago, a lifetime ago. Where do you store all of that information? There's no right or wrong, just notice. Mine is to my left always. There's no wrong answer. If you don't know, pick a place now. I want you to play along with me. Just pretend like you know and pick a place, because this will still work if you do that. Okay, we know where the past is. We know where we can access that information. Tell me where the future is. Up, down, left, right, heart, gut, toe. Where is it? For me, mine is to the, my past is to the left. I hope I said that right. And my future is to the right. Where's yours? I also notice my future is forward. I'll always want to lean forward. So I have 2 spaces for mine. Okay, if you don't know, I want you to make it up now. Pretend like you do know and decide, because this will still work. Okay, next thing. Where is now? You know how we're in this moment right now together doing this meditation? Where is that inside of you? Is it in your head? Is it in the center of your chest? Is it right here in front of you? Is it behind you, above you? You can't do it wrong. Ask yourself that question and decide. Mine sits right in the center of me, or right here, right in front of me. Okay, great. So now you know how to focus on the now spot. You notice how to focus on the future spot. You can access that spot. And you know how to access the past, whatever area that is for you. And this is part of intuitive development too. I'm not going to go deep into that, but it's really handy for different tools and techniques that you can use in your life and to help others. Okay, you got all your positions. Okay, let's start with the past. Go to that position now. And just let yourself notice all the past stuff that wants to pop up. What you did yesterday, what you did a minute ago. It can even be stuff you're not totally thrilled with. Regrets, guilts. It can be good stuff too, though. Happy stuff that happened in the past. Memories. Usually the sticky stuff is the not so good stuff. Just the way we're wired as human beings. But notice that you have both, the good, the bad, the ugly, the happy, the peaceful. It all exists. Just notice where that is in you. Beautiful. Let that be there. We're going to move to the future. Same thing. Notice everything that you're thinking about or concerned about or excited about that's going to take place anytime after this moment. A minute from now, 2 minutes, 2 days, 2 years, 200 years. All of that. You have access to all of that information. And notice there might be different emotions there too. Excited, scared, worried, elated. And maybe you have no emotions tied to that stuff yet. Notice all of that. I keep seeing my grocery list. Great. Leave it all there. Okay, good. Let that go for just a second. Now come into the now and notice what's in the now. Notice what thoughts come up into the now. Notice what feelings come up in the now. Beautiful. Okay, you've got all those spaces. We gave each space a little look-see. And now we're going to do that breathing technique. When we do that breathing technique, when we breathe in, we're pulling the past, present, and the future into us. Squeeze it into us. But then when we exhale, we're going to blow it all away. We're going to let it all go like a helium balloon. If you feel strings and you want to cut them along the way, cut them. It doesn't mean we don't love anyone. It doesn't mean we don't love, and we're keeping all the love and the wisdom. We're just going to try to let it all go so we can feel our true selves for a few seconds. And then we'll pull it back in if we want to. Okay, here we go. Breathe in, pull the past, the present, and the future in now. Exhale, let it all go. See how far you can let it drift and float away. Breathe in, squeeze it back towards you. Exhale, let it drift away, blow away even more. Bring it in, breathe in. Exhale, let it even blow away or drift away even more this time. If there's any strings attached that you want to cut, do that now. We're keeping all the love and the wisdom. Okay, come back to now while everything else drifts away. So we're kind of like peripherally, we're pretending like it's drifting still. And then we're going to bring most of our attention back to the center of us. But like peripherally, we can sense that it's still drifting away from us. And we can set the intention that we're cutting the cords on anything that doesn't belong to us, that we accidentally took on. We're letting that go. We're letting go of stuff that belongs to us that we don't want to carry anymore. We don't have to know the stories. We always keep the love and the wisdom. Okay. Come back into your body wherever now is. I just want you to notice what it feels like to release the past and the future a little bit. This is an opportunity for us to feel our truer selves, or a little bit to feel our true selves without the stuff. And just notice what it feels like to be in your body, letting go of the past and the future a little bit. Knowing that you setting that intention lets it go, and setting the intention to feel how you feel in your body without it. And let's just sit here for, I don't know, a minute. So we're just imagining, sensing, and feeling what it feels like to be our true selves without the past and the future attached. Notice your thoughts, if there's any. Notice how you feel. Notice your physical body. Okay. Did you get a chance to feel I call it your true self. I don't know what else to call it. Did you have a chance to feel yourself without the past and the future? I really want you to take a mental snapshot of this feeling, of this state of being. I want you to take note of it, highlight it. Decide if it would be a good idea for you to come back to this once a day, twice a day, once a week. What would be good for you? And then make the next decision. Do you want to keep the past and the future a little bit away from you? Or do you want to pull it back in? Make that decision now. I'm going to leave mine out for the day and see how my day goes with it off my shoulders. I have a feeling that my day is going to be smoother this way, but I have the option to pull it back closely to me anytime I want, and you do too. All right, whenever you're ready, take a breath in. Don't have to pull everything back in. I'm just breathing into my body. And then exhale. Beautiful. And then open your eyes when you're ready. How are you feeling? Tell me in the chat. Hi, Susan. Hi, Lynn. Lynn says, do you have a link to parts 1 and 2 of the video chat? Lynn, you can find those in this group. If you scroll, an easier place is just to go to my website, michellelegale.com, and you'll see them in my blog in the order. They'll be the top 2 from last week and the week before. That's probably the fastest. And then maybe on Friday, I send out an email every single Friday. If you're on my email list, I think I'll try to remember this week to put in parts 1, part 2, and part 3. That way, if anybody wants to do it over the weekend, all 3 parts, they could. How are you feeling? Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat for me if you're here. I feel, you know how I feel? I feel like more in control. Before this meditation, I was a little scattered today. And now I just don't feel that scattered. I feel grounded or peaceful. Denise says, OMG, it was so peaceful. It was an I am moment. Oh, Denise, you gave me chills. stillness, relaxed, sure of who and what I am. Then I saw, like when you go to the Walmart and you see the Tough Totes all stacked up empty, all empty. Yes. To me, it represented all the past emotion that holds me back. I let go, and the totes are empty. Beautifully. I love a good metaphor. That one makes so much sense to me. Thank you. Susan said that was great. Awesome. Okay. How long did this take us? Maybe 5-10 minutes. What a way to start the day. And again, this was guided to me this morning before we got started. But it is part of releasing the stress, I think, isn't it? However we carry what happened yesterday and the day before, however we try to carry and control what's going to happen a minute from now or a year from now, all the ways we do those two things. But it's like back to Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. I think we felt that together. If there really is something very grounding, peaceful, solid, and true, and just letting that stuff go, coming back to our either the now or our true selves, and being reminded of that, and then opening our eyes and living our lives from that. I think it's a very different experience. Susan says, mandatory resting is stressful for me. I can relate, Susan. I can relate. She also said same, grounded. I'm lying here with my legs up the wall, feeling a bit more in control of me as I am ordered to rest. Yeah. Susan, I don't know if this helps you, but we're a lot alike, you and I. And sometimes I reframe mandatory rest, thanks to my body not working or a virus or something, or who knows, someone else being sick that I'm taking care of. I always find, if I look back at my life, when I've had mandatory bedridden times, some amazing transformation takes place. Either I start reading a book that I didn't take the time for, or I Google something, or I get involved with something that like turns me in a different direction. And so I don't know if that would help you to go, okay, this is my time to learn something major. If that helps you, if that reframe helps you, that gives me like the upside of mandatory rest. Okay, everybody, does anybody have any questions? Okay, this was part 3. I'm not sure. September, I have some other things ready for us. So I'll share those next week. But this is the end of our Release the Stress Together. I will make sure, thanks to Lynn, I will send out on Thursday or Friday, I'll send out all 3 parts in the email. So if you are on my email list, you'll get that. If you want that, if you want to be on my email list, probably just put me in the chat. I'll have to think about, actually, I know how you can get on my email list. There is a quiz in the banner of the Empaths and Senses Facebook group. You'll see the quiz. If you go into that quiz and put your name and email in there, you'll actually get on my list and you'll get my emails. That's probably the quickest, fastest way. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. I will see you next week. Have an amazing, grounded, peaceful day. Bye.